Amazing. All right. I'm gonna have to get this later. Okay. Hold on. We're gonna start all over again. There we go. Okay. Bonjour. How's everyone feeling today?
Woo!
All right. That was a good answer. It was, however, nowhere near gay enough for what is about to happen. Okay. So here, I'm going to show you how this is done. Go ahead. Ask me how I'm feeling.
How are you feeling?
Fabulous. Now you try. How's everyone feeling?
Fabulous.
You didn't do the rainbow snap. Are you feeling lethargic? Are you a lethargic seaman today? Yes? Okay. You know what? We don't want that. We want zesty seaman here today, yes?
Yeah.
Yes? All right. So here we go. Here we go. I know. You signed up for this. All right. So here we go. So here. So zesty seaman. Zesty seaman come from the hips. Okay. Okay. Okay? So when I say, how are you feeling, you're going to do the rainbow snap, you're going to thrust out your hips, and you're going to say, fabulous! So, zesty seaman, how are you feeling? Fabulous! Yeah! It's like he's been doing it his whole life. All right, here, I'm not done with you yet. Okay. Oh. All right, so here, we're going to try that all again. All right. Zesty seaman, how are you feeling? I know, but you know what? The more you do it, the more natural it feels. All right? Okay, go ahead. Zesty seaman, how are you feeling? Fabulous! Woo! Salty seaman, how are you feeling? Fabulous! Yeah! Sexy seaman, how are you feeling? Fabulous! Oh, my seaman, how are you feeling?
Fabulous!
I have never been so proud to look upon my semen. Folks, all right, you can go ahead and sit here. I'll just help you back to your seat now. There you go. There you go. You just sat on your phone. I'm used to sitting on things that are big and hard. So,
you want us to call? Is it on vibrate?
Two jokes. Two people did the same joke at the same time. You guys are obviously on the same wavelength. All right, so folks, welcome to the raunchy romp with the Raging Queen. This is my poop cabin. Of course, it's not my actual poop cabin, right? My actual poop cabin is still with my ship, the Raging Queen, which is on its way back from Mardi Gras. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, François, it's September. How could it possibly take this long to get home from Mardi Gras? Well, they're taking a little longer than you might expect because they're still arguing over who gets to store the beads on the return journey. Yeah, she gets it. She's like, no, please, allow me, I insist. I have just the place for it. So no, for those of you who don't know me, and I think all of you have met me this weekend, yes? Mm-hmm. Yes, all right. So, because usually when I do this in a venue like this, I kind of ask people, you know, by raucous applause, how many people have met me at some point this weekend and therefore have some idea of what is about to happen? Woo! And then what I say is, by awkward averting of the eyes and raising of hands, how many people just kind of read this in the program and think they have an idea, but have no clue, right? That's, yeah, so, but we don't have anyone here today, so we're safe. So yes, for those of you who don't know me, my name is François le Foutre. I am the most fearsome fruit in all of France, so called because I once beat off 162 men before breakfast. Go ahead, ask me what breakfast was.
What was breakfast?
It was fruit. Fresh fruit. Don't worry if you didn't like that joke. It's literally the only clean joke in the whole show. In addition to being the most fearsome fruit in all of France and the hero of 162-man volcano ring, I'm also the author of the gay pirate romance adventure novel, There's Semen on the Poop Deck. Woo! Banned by the Texas Renaissance Festival. Banned, you say, poutin. Everyone say poutin.
Poutin.
That's not bad. You see, the thing about the French language is that every word sounds the same, which can lead to some awkward situations, right? For example, merci beaucoup means thank you very much. But merci beaucoup means thanks, nice derriere. So you can imagine these two are in a group shower situation, right? This guy drops the soap. He picks it up for him and you say merci beaucoup.
Merci beaucoup.
Sir, you're going to find out something very new about yourself. You're going to have a party. Ooh and oh is another one. Salut means hi, but salaud means whore. No. This is true. So we should probably practice that once. What I want to do is just kind of spread right here down the middle. Everyone on this side go, ooh. Ooh. Everyone on this side go, oh. Oh. Ooh. Oh. Ooh. Oh. Bigger. Bigger. Louder. Faster. Harder. what my poop cabin sounds like. All right, so now that we practiced that, why don't we say there's no one walking through the halls right now, but let's do this anyway, just because I find it interesting. Everyone just turn to all the people who aren't walking by out there, and everyone say, Salut, salut!
Salut, salut!
You're missing the show!
You're missing the show!
Coming to Francois' poop!
Coming to Francois' poop!
Cabin!
Cabin!
It's cleaner than it looks!
It's cleaner than it looks!
And it's huge!
And it's huge!
All right, give yourselves a hand.
Woo!
All right, now, that's right, I did that. Yeah, you caught that. You caught that. There you go. All right. Now, so for those of you who haven't figured this out yet, this is an adult show.
What?
I know. So far in this show, we have done jokes about poop, ejaculate, hand jobs, homosexuality, prostitution, gangbangs, orgasms, prison sex, bukkake, and beads of the non-frontal persuasion. So if you are a minor, if you are easily offended, or God forbid, you don't know what I'm talking about when I say beads of the non-frontal persuasion, you might want to go to the cosplay contest, because not everything that I do is going to be as subtle as what I have done so far. All right? So, before I continue any further, I want everyone to look over there and say, Bonjour, Cox and Trim.
Bonjour!
So yes, as you can see, that is my Cox and Trim. She serves two functions that I'm willing to disclose publicly here. One of those, she has the email list right over there. We call that being a salty seaman. So if you would like to find out about all the comings and, well, it's mostly comings, of François le Foutre, you can sign up on that email list at some point. You just kind of raise your hand and wave Cox and Trim over like this. This does a great job of getting Cox and Trim to do what you want. She was also going to be selling books and merchandise during the show. The books, which we're going to talk about in a moment. So, you know what, here, we'll go. So the books are 5, 6, 7, and 8 respectively. I'll talk about the books in a moment, but you get all 4 for 20 because people like it when they're getting the foreplay to get off, right? And then I also have the merchandise. I have the Fleur de Pin handkerchiefs, ideal for cleaning up any messes that might arise from reading the books. I only have 3 of these left today. These are 15. If you're getting the books, you get the Seaman Special. They're only 10. I do the monogrammed as well. This one has a lovely name, set of initials right here, and it's like this person is right here, and there's a peen going right through the middle of him. All right, and I don't know who the lucky person is that might have ordered this particular. Right over here. There you go. Okay. Give it to me. So it's an extra 5 if you're getting it monogrammed like that. We also have the t-shirts right over here. Let's see, I Heart Salty Seaman, and my coxswain is bigger than yours. Those are normally 25. And I only have the I Heart Salty Seaman with me tonight, but my booth is 9:35. You can come by tomorrow and grab all of those. And I have this in a tank top as well. And then we've got Too Many Fingers in the Dike and the Poop Deck booty shorts, in case you want to walk around advertising your raised rear upper deck. And I'm not going to disclose who has expressed interest in those.
It's me again.
I barely had to make eye contact with him. He's great. There you go. All right. So with that being said, yeah, at any time you just flag down Cox and Trim. Oh, and I also have the mugs which say, I taste Francois, from the tip of my tongue to the back of my throat. With that being said, the bulk of this show is going to consist of readings from my books. The first book, There's Seamen on the Poop Deck. The second book, My Coxswain is Bigger Than Yours. The third book, Too Many Fingers in the Dike. Obviously that one's a horror story. And then my jewels are stuck in a vice admiral. Now, I could stand up here and read all of these by myself, and there's no shame in that. We were all 13 once, reading one out anywhere we could. In the bed, in the privy, in the bathtub, in the shower. But I think it's far more pleasurable to read with a partner. Yes? Or in my case, with a whole room full of partners, okay? Now you may, if you wish, choose to invest in this privilege. No pressure here, and especially because it's such an intimate crowd. You might not need to. Everyone's going to get a chance to participate. But say that you, sir, wanted to have what I like to call an experience.
What makes you think this is my first time?
I didn't say I thought it was your first time. I just said you might want the experience. Or say you have a friend, and your friend wants to have what I like to call a conversion. What you would do is you would hold up your sexy wad of cash, and you would stuff it in my hole. All right? Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, wow, that hole looks really, really small. Don't worry, money's a great lubricant. It'll just slide right on in there. Now you might be wondering, Francois, how much should I invest?
How much should I invest?
Well, it should come as no surprise that the bigger the tip you put in, the more pleasure you get out. So, for $5, I would make your friend uncomfortable. For $10, I would make your friend scared. For $20, I would... You being here is really a cock block, I'm sorry. You two need to just switch places. No, all right, here we go. For $20, I will rub up against your friend like a buck in running season. And for $100, I would make your friend clean up the wet spot after the show. So with that being said, are we ready for a raunchy romp with the Raging Queen?
Woo!
Are we ready for a raunchy romp?
Woo!
Who's ready to invest? Yeah, that's usually how.
We don't have cash.
I'm sorry, we don't have any cash. Oh, by the way, Cox and Trim does take cards. Bluff called. This is pissing me off. All right, so that means that it's captain's choice, all right? So I get to choose anyone in here to participate in any way that I want. So it's going to be eeny, meeny, miny, homo. Right over here. I know, every time. So here. I'm sorry?
No, can I fit?
Can I? You can. But you're not going to. So here, you are going to be my ship, the Raging Queen. Oh. I know. Here we go. So what that means is that you have to lie here.
Okay.
Like this.
Go ahead. Sorry, my back's gonna arch. Oh, it's just a reflex.
Oh!
It's just, it does it naturally.
I should bring members of the family to do this show more often. Right. So you are my ship, the Raging Queen.
Yes.
The Raging Queen had two openings. One in the front, at the mouth of the ship, and a smaller opening at the rear. The rear entrance had always been my favorite. The passage was long and narrow with a smooth finish. I'm not the largest of men, but even so, it was always a tight fit, which made it quite the experience. It was as if, as I entered her, she was squeezing me tight, willing me never to go. Wow, you do squeeze tight. I ran my hands along her through the length of her corridor, fingering her delicately in a loving embrace. My Raging Queen moved up and down underneath me in undulating waves. Almost shuddering under my touch, she creaked and moaned. And gyrated. And though she was for now under the control of my semen, it was I, only I, whose every order she followed. Yes, she submitted to me first, always to me, and I liked it that way. Yes, it was safe to say that every time I entered the Raging Queen, wow, you are a pro. I fell in love with her all over again. I took a few steps and then paused a moment. Never wanted to go in too far at once, but to do it slowly, a little bit at a time, build up the anticipation, tease her, almost. She moaned louder. More fury.
Like fury?
Just go with it. Go with it. That was really good. It doesn't come naturally to you, does it? I had her right where I wanted her. I began to hear the mutterings of the men above me. That might have distracted the lesser man, but to me, it only made me want to go slower.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh, no, you do. I never shied away from being caught with my Raging Queen. Finally, with deeper penetration on every step, I reached the poop cabin. Now, who wants to know what happens in the poop cabin?
What happens in the poop cabin?
That's the X-rated show. Everyone, let's give it up for the Raging Queen! it back to the seat. Okay, there you go. Right this way, right this way. There we go. Okay, there we go. All right. Who needs a cigarette? All right. Who wants to be next? Anyone have someone they like a lot but respect very little? You like yourself, or?
No, I'm going to do him.
Oh, fabulous! Yay, we have an investor. Here we go.
I got $8.
$8, I'll take it. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
All right. All right, so here we go. Here we go. All right, let me figure out what I want to do for you. Let me just kind of finger my let's see. You know what I can do? I'm gonna do an excerpt from the 4th book right now. Okay. So you can come right this way. Thank you so much. There we go. There we go. Oh yeah, with that, whatever that thing is on your arm. This boy. Yeah, no, there's nothing to get stuck this time. So you go ahead and lie down. So you're now going to be my arch nemesis and part-time lover, Captain Cocksmith Trim. Sorry, Coxswain Trim. All right, here we go. So we're going to. So you're just going to lie right here like this. Okay. Do you want me to get an extra chair for you? Or are you going to?
I'm pretty sure I got it.
You think you got it? You think you got it? All right.
Best $8 ever.
Oh. You don't know the half of it yet, sweetheart.
Oh.
All right.
Oh, I'm so happy.
So in this book, it's called "My Jewels Are Stuck in a Vice Admiral." In this one, the head of the whole of the French Navy, whose name is Jacques Offiedic, his position is the chef d'état-major de la marine, which is CHEM for short, and he has a personal recreational vessel, which is called, or a personal transport vessel, which is naturally called the Chem Guzzler. And thank you for getting that. So it's a pinnace, of course. That's the type of shell, fully rigged pinnace, to be more specific. And I know it's like you're just 13 all over again, right? and the ship has been stolen from the shores of Brest, which is an actual place, I swear to God. and it's actually the French naval headquarters, I swear to God. Say what?
That's hilarious.
It is, I know, right? So I know it's like a lot of backstory considering we're on page 8, right? But anyway, so the ship has been stolen, and we've just located the ship, and we are mounting the ship. Oh yes, deep within what we have been charged with retrieving are a set of drawers which have the Chem Oviedic's prize collection of adult literature. So this is what happens. We have just found ourselves on the ship, and we have gone into the poop cabin, which is his quarters, and he's just been sitting there this whole time, very stoic-faced. Just so sad about the direction his life is taking. I threw the door open suddenly, pointing my sword into the chamber. Sorry, pointing my sword into the chamber, preparing for an assault, but quite unprepared for the emotional assault that would come before me. There, lying shackled to the love seat, was my arch nemesis, Cocksmith Standish, wearing nothing but his boots and a loincloth. Hold on. Here we go. Right there.
Hello, my
Foutre. Foutre. Here's how to say it. All right. Say foot rub like you've got a cock in your mouth. Not a pro. But you got a cock in your mouth. Foot rub. There you go. Hey! Very good. He said, his thick Irish brogue filling my oral cavities. I walked in quickly. I looked over at Cocksmith and felt myself stir. His long, wavy hair, we worked with what we got, fell over his shoulders, obscuring one nipple. His skin was a deep amber all over. Or something. Beads of sweat nestled in his forest of chest hair, and that loincloth was as full as Granny's basket, while I, it seemed, was the wolf. "You're drunk, Cocksmith," I said.
Oh, compare, mon ami.
That was perfect, because the next line is, he replied, butchering my beautiful language. But doing so in a way that only made me want him more.
Is a man not allowed to be moved by the most powerful pinnacle in the French Navy?
Penis. Penis.
Penis.
Yes, okay. I would have thought you'd be more familiar with penises. It was true. He wasn't slurring his words, nor had his face turned that rosy pink color it usually did after he'd had a few drinks. But something was up, and not just the tent inside my braze and his. Cocksmith was easy, but he wasn't usually this easy. If it wasn't alcohol moving him to dress this well, there must be some other reason. He flicked his head to send his hair behind him, exposing the maroon snow cap that perched above his mountainous pec. Or, yeah, that too. My mouth became dry, my ears hot, my breath shallow. I turned my head, an apparent attempt to regain my senses. That's when I saw the stain. I know. You get to be the stain in this scenario. How does that feel? My, how the mighty fall! Okay. Dick kept his literature inside his drawers, as most men do, and the dresser itself was a work of art. It had been carved by the world-renowned Thai craftsman, Siksigai Kumansukmifali, using hand-rubbed maca wood with a deep burled grain. The insets were intricately carved. Fishing rods, each successful in its quest to penetrate the gills of an unsuspecting fish. Or something. But the distinctive finish on the drawers had changed. They were a darker brown, almost black, and the natural grain of the wood no longer came out of it. Instead, there were lumpy groups of splotches, raisin-esque in their pattern with cloudy streaks staining the center. I turned back to Cocksmith with my hand to my mouth. You've stained the Chem Guzzler's drawers! I gasped.
Nuh-uh.
He said.
No, I didn't.
Immediately, his demeanor had shifted. No longer sallying an aggressive attempt at seduction, he was now behaving defensively, like a teenager who'd been caught red-handed slapping the sly salamander. The Christmas present inside his loincloth no longer struck me as appealing. His hair now looked oily, the mountain peaks raw and blustery. Oh, you did! You got a brown walnut stain all over those priceless drawers. We'll never get this out.
It's perfectly normal. You can't fault a guy for...
Lieutenant Langley called. He's booby-trapped the ship. Booby-trapped? How? There are explosives all throughout the hull. The forechamber is full of them. The tiniest spark will cause a chain reaction that will blow the whole pinnace. Hold on. I can do that better. That will blow the whole pinnace. I looked back to Standish. First you stain the Chem Guzzler's drawers, and then you assault her with boobies. You've outdone yourself. I know. It really is like a 13-year-old. But a really, really smart 13-year-old. If I do say so myself. And then you assault her with boobies. You've outdone yourself this time, Cocksmith.
Oh, come on.
He said.
It was an accident. It could happen to any guy. I mean, you're not going to let a little thing like this destroy what we have, are you?
We're finished, Cocksmith. What you've done today goes beyond disgusting. It's truly vile. You and I will never share the boo-boo bunny again. Cocksmith growled angrily.
Fine.
He said. He turned his head toward the crawlspace entry and called out,
Light the fire.
Abandon ship! Hold on, here we go. And scene! Woo! Everyone, let's give it up for Cocksmith's Day.
I'm so happy.
There we go. You know what the best part of this is, though? Now, you have the opportunity to get payback.
Oh, shit.
I'm just saying. No, all right. That's fine. You know what? I can pay her back on your behalf anyway. Because I get to make that call. Can someone tell me what time it is? I know, I need it.
5 till.
5 till. All right, so I have about 20 minutes or so. Okay. Okay. So let me think. I think it's time to get some of the ladies involved. What do you think?
Sure.
Sure, she said. Yes. Yes. Okay. All right.
Yes, equality.
I'm sorry?
Yes, equality.
Yes, equality. Very good. So, all right, so we're going to do something from the third book, Too Many Fingers in the Dike, the horror story. In this one, we go to De Cocksdorp, Netherlands, where the famous cockblocker, you see twat, wakes to find that her finger has been inserted into her dike, which is now leaking everywhere. We're actually not even going to get to that part. We're just gonna do the prologue, the very first page of this book. So I need someone to represent the Netherlands, and gosh, you're holding that camera so well, though. Payback is a bitch.
It is. Whatever, I paid for it.
Here we go. Here we go. There we go. Right this way. Right this way. So you're just gonna stand here this time. You're safe. You're safe. Yes. You're safe. You're safe. Yes. Safe.
Use protection, Taylor.
François barebacking. Okay. Taylor's barebacking. Okay. The first time I saw the Netherlands up close, I confess I was not terribly impressed. I know. I'm sorry. It's nothing personal. I mean, except for the fact that you threw your friend under the bus.
I paid for it.
I know.
He's giving this for free.
I know, that's true. That's true. Should I do somebody else for? No? All right, whatever. It's too late now. It's too late now. All right. At first, my hesitation was purely aesthetic. At the north end is a peninsula jutting forth into the North Sea, and off the coast of that peninsula is an archipelago that extends north into the east. Altogether, the grouping looks not unlike an uncircumcised leprous phallus ejaculating onto the back of Europe. Is anyone here familiar with Dutch geography? Yes? It looks kind of like that, doesn't it? Now that you think about it?
Norway kind of looks that way. Norway and...
Norway, yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. But no, my favorite was when I actually read that to someone who was actually from the Netherlands. And I could see the gears turning in his head. He's going, "Ah!" The diagnosis is not entirely inappropriate, given the rate of unwanted fluids constantly entering the Dutch mainland. Okay, you're definitely an unwanted fluid. Okay, right this way. Right over here.
Just upgrade.
I'm sorry, that's right. There you go. All right, who else? I haven't messed with you yet today. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. You can be an unwanted fluid as well. All right, so you're constantly trying to enter the Dutch mainland. All right, and the Dutch mainland is totally freaked out by it. Perfect. Perfect. That's the picture right there. You see, the Netherlands are not called that because they are geographically south of anything, but rather because a great portion of them lies below sea level. So maybe if you just kind of like get on your knees, and there you go. There you go. Now try to enter the Dutch mainland, yeah. Somehow that looks worse. There you go. They used to be so swampy that no one would ever go there, and even those brave souls that had attempted a descent into the swampy bogs would invariably turn tail and head to higher ground the minute they caught whiff of the smell. Ironically, though, the bogs that made the Netherlands so malodorous also made them remarkably fertile, and so people were innately attracted to the Netherlands, yes? Yeah. Bowl me over with your enthusiasm. Braving the swamps to plant their seeds wherever they could find the slightest agreement. And for their troubles, they were greatly rewarded. Plants grew, populations grew, soon covering every inch of the bogs. You're awesome, Taylor.
Thank you.
Nevertheless, the Netherlands' constantly swelling tides presented challenges, especially that one. The whole place stank of rotten fish. And was posing, and Levi's like, yeah, I know, that's why I don't go there. And was prone to gush forth at the slightest provocation. In fact, to this day, its waters continue to explode on itself with regularity. For that reason, the people of the Netherlands saw it to fit to populate their country with a great many dikes, whose job is to withhold the gushing of the North Sea and prevent unwanted intrusion. So let me see. All right, you look like a dike. Here we go. Here we go, right this way. Okay, so you just go right over there. All right, who else? Other dikes, other dikes. All right, definitely. Right over here. All right, it's a small crowd, so we're just going to do that. All right, so now you guys are there, stopping the unwanted fluids from penetrating. Yeah, no, you should face them though, definitely. Otherwise, you don't want those fluids on your backside. Trust me. Okay. That's somehow worse. Where the hell am I? Okay.
I ask myself that question right now.
Collectively, they are known Dyke Army. For they are massive, they are impenetrable, and they have never once lost a battle against the bounding mane that constantly threatens to maraud their master. All right, let's give it up for the Dykes. For the Dyke, the unwanted fluids, and the Netherlands. That was actually remarkably painless compared to everyone else,
Yes,
right?
it was.
If he had paid for it, it would have gotten worse.
Why did you pay for it?
Because then you would have become UC Twat, and that scene gets gruesome, to say the least. Let's see, all right. Let me think what else I want to do. Where the hell did all of my books go? Oh, here we go. All right. Let's see, any requests?
You read the books.
Huh? I've got to read
You haven't gotten to read your book yet, I know. Here, so let's go into a song, okay?
Ooh.
I know. Let's see. So this is a song, this is actually at the very beginning, even before the other scene that happened in the first book. This is a song, it's one of the great sea shanties. It's called "The Stiffer the Sailor, the Harder the Fuck." Now, the word fuck is a French word. It, you know what, I'll just explain it as I go along. But you actually have a job, which is anytime I say "the stiffer the sailor, the harder they fuck," or when I reach the end of the chorus, I should say, I'll point to you. You'll go, ooh, ah, okay? So let's try that. The stiffer the sailor, the harder they fuck.
Ooh, ah.
Very good, very good. Give yourselves a hand, okay. Yeah. Once again, I'm not touching. I wanted to be a wise man, you see, so I went to the university. You look very learned.
He's a teacher.
What other information can you provide about him?
He has a cat and a dog. What?
All right. Furry. Okay. I wanted to be a wise man, you see, so I went to the university. Yes, I went to the fac to you see, fac is the French word for university. Yes, I went to the fac to take a crack. Go ahead, show me your crack. I'm kidding. At a life with an education track, I studied so well I could have gone if I hadn't been nervous and gotten so stiff. They thought I was crazy, they called me a hack. The stiffer the sailor, the harder the fac. La fac, la fac, I went to a fac, but the stiffer the sailor, the harder the fac. Ooh, ah, ooh. Ah! I think you guys can do it more enthusiastically than that. Like, I'm sorry?
No.
You get one more chance, and then I throw down. I wandered the trees, came upon the seas, since I'd been turned out from universities. I saw fish and whales, but only the tails. Yeah. Nice tail right there. And the year that I spent underneath all those sails, but the one I like best, la fuck, leave the rest. You say fuck is the French word for seal, right? Yeah, okay. Oh, pinniped mammals, with you I'm obsessed, but look at them hard and they'll swim off in shock. The stiffer the sailor, the harder the fuck. La fuck, I just want a fuck, but the stiffer the sailor, the harder the fuck. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah. Now I'm a sailor, a seaman, you see, since I've been turned out from universities. From the tip of the boom to the mast so upright, I spend all day pulling the fuck oh so tight. You see, fuck is the French word for jib. Triangular, like you got the boom, the mast, and then the fuck. Okay? Straighten your arms, pull with your might, pull it and pull it and pull it so tight. I think everyone should do that one. All right, everyone stand up, stand up, stand up. There we go. Straighten your arms, pull with your might, pull it and pull it and pull it so tight. Straighten your arms till your elbows lock. The stiffer the sailor, the tighter the fuck. Le fuck, I want the tight fuck. The stiffer the sailor, the harder the fuck. Thank you.
Woo!
Okay. All right. So I think we'll finish this off. We'll do one more, and it's going to be another song. This is the moment when I ask you for your big fat tip. Believe it or not, this is what I do for a living. I know. My parents are so proud. But I know that there's tons and tons of stuff out there this weekend. You're spending tons of money. So whatever you can give, if you just, $1 or $2 out of your wallet, and then just shove the rest in here, that would be great. And remember, Cox and Trim will be over there by the door selling your merchandise as well. For $5 you get a book. For $20 you get 4 books. And then also don't forget about the Salty Seaman to sign up on the email list. You can enlist right over there as well. So I'm going to sing one last song right over here. And by the way, guys, thank you so much for coming. If you enjoyed the show, please let Wizard World know. And if you didn't enjoy the show, my name is Sebastian Stan. I know you guys all. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right.
Appreciate you.
I know you guys are pissed at Sebastian Stan anyway, right? So that joke played better at the last show where he actually canceled. So I know, right? I know. What a dick. I know. I'm sure he's a lovely guy. I know. I had to say that when I was on camera. Sebastian, you're a lovely man, and I know that you have a very busy schedule. And please, I would like nothing better than to meet you and apologize to you face to crotch. So, to figure out where the hell I am in this. Okay, so this is a song, and it's actually an old standard, but they do it differently now than we did on our ship. The way that we did it on our ship, I would say, 'twas on the Raging Queen, the sights you should have seen. The men would neck on the old poop deck, and the flag was a fleur de pin. Fleur de pin, handkerchief, okay. I only mention that because people are always asking me afterwards, what was that fleur de what? Okay, so, and then if you know the words, feel free to sing along, or you can clap along, or whatever, or just not. Okay. 'Twas on the Raging Queen, the sights you should have seen. The men would neck on the old poop deck, and the flag was a fleur de pin. The captain was Le Foutre, the world's most fearsome foutre. The ship was filled with seamen skilled in finding his poop foutre. 'Twas on the Raging Queen, the sights you should have seen. The men would neck on the old poop deck, and the flag was a fleur de pin. The bowliner was Dachshund. The bowliner was Dachshund. He was strong as 2 oxen. He could lift a ton with just 1 thumb, but he couldn't lift my coxswain. I had a different coxswain before Cox and Trim. Okay. 'Twas on the Raging Queen, the sights you should have seen. The men would neck on the old poop deck, and the flag was a fleur de pin. The first mate Langanay would not lead us astray. With the slightest slip upon our ship, he wet you with his spray. 'Twas on the Raging Queen, the sights you should have seen. The men would neck on the old poop deck, and the flag was a fleur de pin. The navigator's famous, he was no ignoramus. On nights both clear, dark and drear, he could always find Uranus. 13-year-old boy. 'Twas on the Raging Queen, the sights you should have seen.
You can do it, Captain.
Who's the youngest person here? Oh, yeah, there we go. How old are you?
You.
Yes.
25.
25. Anyone younger?
No, I'm 26. Don't point at me.
Anyone?
You're so cute, I love you.
The deck mate was 18. Go ahead. All right. Here we go. He would scrub the decks real clean. Go ahead, scrub the decks. Then when he was done, no hesitation whatsoever. And when he was done, we would all have fun scrubbing inside his spleen. I close my eyes, it all looks the same. 'Twas on the Raging Queen, the sight you should have seen. The men would kick on the old poop deck, and the flag was a fleur de pin. Let's see.
Hi.
chef's name, it was Davy. He had 12 years in the Navy. His meat was rare beyond compare. But you should try his gravy. 'Twas on the Raging Queen, the sight you should have seen. The men would neck on the old poop deck and the flag was a virgin bean. Oh, wait. I wrote a new one. I wrote a new one this weekend, just for this weekend. All right, hold on. The ships became unfurled when a guy from Wizard World, he shoved his boat down a cock's nut. Whose throat did he shove it down? That's right. He shoved his boat down a sailor's throat so hard the helmsman hurled. I don't know, something like that. 'Twas on the Raging Queen, the sight you should have seen. The men would neck on the old poop deck and the flag was a virgin bean. Our translator was Mingus. In 12 tongues he could sing us. He knew English, Russian, French, and Prussian, but his best was analingus. 'Twas on the Raging Queen, the sight you should have seen. Men would neck on the old poop deck and the flag was a virgin bean. The dungeon pit was hollow. If you went to it, I'd follow. And had some come so hard down your gizzard, you'd shit instead of swallow. Have I crossed the line yet? No? She's like, yeah, give me the beans! 'Twas on the Raging Queen, that's what you should have seen. And then all right, last one. I'm going back to you because I have to finish it the same way I started it. The priest was named Tortuga. He was hung like a beluga. When you went to mass, he would take your ass and make it look like Freddy Krueger. Was on the Raging Queen, the sight you should have seen. The men would neck on the old poop deck and the flag was a flag of bean. Thank you so much, everyone. That's my show. Please come back over and over again every time I do this, whenever I do it. Remember, now's the time to give me your big fat tip. For $5, you'll get a book. For $20, you'll get 4 books. And remember, for $100, that guy over there will clean up the wet spot. Thank you so much, and as always, merci beaucoup.